G'day guys. I'm going to listen to a Ramona call now. I like all the characters, but I like the Ramona character in the fact that she always is calm when she talks to Lorne, but he still rages at her. So it really highlights that this guy will be an arsehole no matter how you treat him. Um, and what I wanted to do, and what I think I've been doing already anyway, but before each call is just give a bit of a synopsis of where this fits in the whole landscape and kind of what happens. Mainly because I came into lawnography fairly late, probably compared to a lot of people. I kind of came um, after the Tiffany slash Winnie calls had been out for a little while, so um, it took a bit to kind of piece together where everything fit in, and I would have found this really beneficial when I was kind of going through all that. So maybe it's beneficial for another person, maybe it's not. Obviously, you're always free to either not listen or skip through my ramblings at the start, just so you can get to the calls, which are obviously the good bit. Um, so this one here, I'll be doing over many videos because it's got 6 parts to it and they're all quite long. But so this is the kind of where the Doctor is first really introduced. So the scenario here is that Ramona has injured her leg, and for that injury, she's obviously been seeing a doctor for that, which Lorne can't handle because Lorne assumes that everyone is a sick pervert like he is, and so in any position, no matter if it's a medical position of authority, they would always abuse that whenever they could, because that's what Lorne would do. So Lorne assumes that the doctor is essentially raping her at any chance that he gets, and it just escalates from there, and certainly the Ramona character plays into his insecurities there, which I have no problem with, because if he's going to be a piece of shit, who are they to stop him from doing that? But this call here is called the calm before the Lorne. Lorne wants all of Ramona's time, and that sums it up really well. So this call is essentially Lorne bitching and whinging because he doesn't have as much time as he used to with Ramona, because Lorne would like to sit on the phone all day with people talking about absolute inane nonsense, and then also not really giving a shit about the fact that she's injured. And right at the end of the call, our famous friend, the Doctor, because, people don't have names, they're just referred to by their title, there's a knock at the door, and it could be him. So anyway, let's get into it.
Hey, Lorne.
Hi, honey.
What's going on?
I'm sorry for being a dick. Okay?
Were you drunk?
No. I haven't had anything to drink all day. I just irritated because I haven't been able to spend time with you, and it just irritates me.
So this right there, he's not sorry. He leads out with he's sorry for being a dink, but he's obviously not sorry. He's doing his usual manipulation where he says sorry for something just so he can bring that thing into the conversation and then tell you how you've done the wrong thing that led to his actions. Pretty classic abuser bullshit there. And this is why I'm always happy to know that Lorne will never be in a position that he is in a physical relationship with anyone, because this is the kind of stuff that would follow, a beating that he's just given to someone. So explain that he's sorry, he never meant to do it, but then tell you how it's all your fault that it happened, and if you want to stop it from happening again, then you'll toe the line. Absolute piece of shit.
I miss it.
Lorne, we talked for 40 minutes yesterday, and then...
No, we only talked for 20.
Lorne.
We only talked for 20 minutes.
Lorne, you are lying. We talked for... Lorne, listen. Before you finish that statement, Lorne, listen. Before you finish that statement, keep in mind that I do have phone records, okay? So it doesn't matter what it felt like to you. It just matters how long we talked, and it was 40 minutes yesterday, Lorne.
What matters to me is that I get to spend some time with you, and
You did yesterday, Lorne. You did.
It didn't feel like much time.
Lorne.
I miss you so friggin' much. It
Lorne.
bothers me.
Lorne. I know, but you have to.
I hate not being able to spend time with you.
Lorne, you do spend time with me, Lorne. You spent time with me yesterday. Yesterday was Monday, Sunday, Monday.
I know, but it's not like the time that we used to spend together, and that's why it's like I'm used to you knowing everything about me, and I knew everything about what you were doing. Like closeness, I fucking miss it so much.
The Lorne's always going on about his closeness and how much he misses it. I mean, honestly, even in a normal relationship that was all over the phone, I mean, how close can you be? But also what he's describing, and it's just like everything with Lorne, he just misses the basics of life. Like, I mean, as I'm sure everyone, probably has felt, in the start of a relationship, obviously, you want to spend a heap of time together. You want to get to know that other person as much as you can, and you got all those endorphins and all that shit flying around. So yeah, like you get a bit like that with people. Like, I mean, I know I have in the past. I'm sure others have as well. But then obviously, eventually, you get to a point where you do know a lot about them, and you've also got your own life. So I mean, they're not married. They're not even been going out for that long, or going out as much as they are. But, life returns a bit to a normal after that stage. But he just doesn't seem to understand that. He just thinks that everyone will want to sit on the phone with him all day, listening to him shuffle around his piss-soaked trailer. Listen to him taking off his shoes and when he's doing anything to try to sound like a big man around the house. Like, no one's gonna fucking want that. What a dickhead.
Because not only am I in love with you, he was always there.
I
mean, not having that.
But we still talk on the phone, and we still talk, and we still message, and everything is fine. Did you get disconnected?
Yeah, accidentally. I had to hit the volume button, and I accidentally hit the button underneath on my headset.
Oh,
the volume button is right above the one underneath, and I accidentally used my thumb instead of my index finger.
He's just so boring. Like, he just has to describe everything in this ridiculous detail, which I don't know if that's just him or if he just uses this to fill up the space. But just say the call got disconnected. Who gives a fuck?
Oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, you just like, I don't know. I mean, I just feel like you like demand too much of me. Like you expect all my time.
No, I used to have all your time, and it's hard for me to get away from that. It's because I'm used to you being there.
Yeah, but she just said that you expect too much of her. It's like everything with Lorne. If he doesn't think it's an issue, or if he doesn't feel that way, then it's not that way. So she has just said to you, Lorne, that you expect too much of me. She's saying that I can't give you the amount of time that you need. And he's like, no, but I expect it. Or I expected it, it's hard to get away from. Like, you're being told something, you can't have that anymore, just deal with it.
But Lorne, you're being. Why are you being so selfish, Lorne?
It's more than I'm selfish. It's instead of I'm in love with you and all the crap I've been through makes me do fucked up shit. I'm trying to get out of it. And I was talking to him. I was telling him about. I know I can trust her, and then I don't have any doubt that I can trust her. And I hate it when I do stupid shit to her.
You obviously don't think you can trust her, because if you did think that, you wouldn't be doing this.
Wait, when who does what?
I that I know that I do stupid shit. That I trust you. You know, it's hard for me to get out of, but to get into.
Maybe.
I don't know. You know, just in love with you, and it feels so friggin' odd sometimes when I don't get much time with you. Sometimes it's like you don't. It makes me feel like you don't want to spend time with me.
Lorne, I don't have all day to sit on the phone.
No, but you do it with your friends. But you give hours to your friends, and then I don't get anything.
Lorne, I have spent hours on the phone with you before. Many times. And so because I give my friends attention, like, you keep bringing that up?
This is just so pathetic. Like, question to the guys and girls out there listening. Like, if your partner, at any stage of your relationship, but especially this early on, if they started with this whinging bullshit, exactly how long would you hang around? For me, it'd be not very fucking long at all.
I know, it just, I don't understand. I don't understand how it's...
And the thing is that you're sleeping with him.
He bought you thousands of dollars worth of jewelry. House full of flowers.
Okay, and...
It weighs on a guy. You know, all the shit in the conversation that I had with him, and all that shit adds up, and it
because I could say that, you know, having you talk to Michelle and Ember the way that you did weighs on a girl.
I know. I don't want to feel the way I do.
Just popping in here. What she's referring to there is when he hit up Ember for pushy pics, which of course that's completely fine. You know, he's allowed to do that stuff in relationships, not his partner. And Michelle is Michelle Simpson, who is another catfish, but someone that wrote into his comments on his Lorne Armstrong channel he had, which is a whole other thing which I'll get into another day, and basically flirted with him there, and then he agreed to go and meet her for sex. She obviously didn't show up, but that was all explained to Ramona away as, you know, basically nothing to see here. You know, she didn't show up, so nothing happened, so why should you have an issue? But she can't even talk to her cousin who is a male. Yeah, Lorne logic.
Sometimes.
Hashtag Lorne logic.
The thing is, I don't have any doubt about trusting you. That's what fucks me up. That's what's fucked me up lately, is because I felt like you haven't wanted to spend time with me.
I do think that you have doubts about trusting me. I do. I mean... I can't say completely that I don't, because I don't have these feelings, and it's all about things that haven't to me in the past. That brings these feelings up. But Lorne,
what threw it off was you not wanting to spend time with me.
Here's the question. If you don't like when anybody else mentions your past, but you continuously use it to excuse your behavior now. And I mean, you talk about, okay, you trust me. Just today, something feels off.
I know what I said to you today.
Somebody certainly is getting your attention, though, for the last month. You want us to grow apart.
What do you want me to say? I'm saying things that I was feeling at the time. Things that bother me.
I mean, just those
I'm
three...
not going to lie to you and not tell you how I feel.
But, I mean, I'm not telling you what not to tell me, but I'm saying, like, there's, like, a selfishness because of the fact that you do feel like that.
Where's the selfishness?
Lord, it's selfish because instead of thinking about the things that I am experiencing and the things that I am dealing with and the things that are happening in my life, and a lot of it's taking my attention away from a lot of things. I'm staying busy. I have knee injuries. I have different things going on. Instead of thinking about what's going on in my life, your response is just, well, you miss talking to me on the phone.
Yeah, but my problem is that I was understanding to Amanda Jane. She fucking lied to me and said that she had to take care of her niece, and it wasn't even her niece. It was her daughter.
So, this is, and if someone can let me know in the comments, I'd love to know this, because I've never really figured this out. And he said the same thing when he talked to Chris Hansen at the Sting House about Amanda James, and how, you know, she said to him she's looking after her niece, but it wasn't her niece, it was her daughter. Like, why the fuck is that such a big deal to him? I mean, obviously she was, you know, she wasn't real, or she was scamming him. I'm guessing, like, she wasn't who she presented to be and was trying to get money and Dale Earnhardt merchandise out of people. I didn't realise that was so valuable, by the way. But why is what he is hung up by that? The fact that he was told that the young girl that was in her life was her niece, but in fact it was her daughter. I mean, it's really fucking weird to hear a pedophile talk about kids, and be like, why is that the biggest issue here? And why do you seem offended that it's not actually her niece? Like, his hang up on nieces is really fucking bizarre, and it leads me to make no other conclusion that he definitely did something with his nieces. Like, I'm not saying full out, you know, assault, but at the very least, creepy shit, maybe, you know, Uncle Touchy, you know, tickling, anything like that. The stuff that he was getting the thrill out of, that maybe they didn't realise at the time what he was doing. This guy is really, really scary.
Okay. She told me this shit like that, and none of it wound up being true. She told me that we had to freaking email because her messenger was down. We spent 6 months emailing.
Okay, but Lorne, then maybe you need to find someone who lives in Maine if you are going to be this obsessed. But I mean, honestly, I would be scared for that girl. I really would genuinely be scared for that girl, and I'm not even exaggerating even a little bit, because if she wasn't answering her phone one day, or you decided to get drunk and you were doing X, Y, and Z, and she was only 15 minutes away from her.
We've had this conversation before.
Because it really is eye-opening.
Because obviously Ramona feels that it is a massive issue, which it is.
Because the fact of the matter is that if she was 15 minutes away from you, you'd be driving by her house, you could go in there banging on the door, doing all sorts of stuff.
No.
Lauren.
I would.
Lauren, you're telling...
If I knew she was being honest with me, why would I do that?
But Lauren,
my fault. It's not my fault of what the women have done when I have been completely honest with them.
Lauren.
It is Lorne's fault, because all of us have had bad shit done to us. Like, I would be amazed if there's anyone out there that's, you know, over the age of, like, lived long enough to be over the age of 20-25, where you haven't had someone do something really shitty to you. I mean, that's just life. But he can never take responsibility and accountability for anything. And he can never go, okay, I hate that I was used like that, or I hate that I was treated like that. But, you know, here are steps that I can put in place to either be a better person, or to make sure that doesn't happen to me again, to put up some own protection for myself, because, you know, I can't control other people, I can only control myself. But Lorne doesn't take accountability for anything. So that was something that's done to him, and it justifies everything he does, right down to trying to rape a child, abusing people, everything. Everything is justified because people have done wrong to him.
Two things. First of all, You say if you knew she was being completely honest with you. You said that I'm being honest with you, but yet you still act the way that you do. You've said that many times, but yet you still act the way that you do. And I think 100.
It scares me when it's so fine with you to not be able to talk to me.
Well, I think 100% that you would be driving drunk to people's houses and banging on doors and driving around and looking for people's cars. I think 100% that you'd be doing that.
I found myself will never drive drunk again. I've been put on the internet because of driving drunk. I'd never do that again.
He drove drunk many, many, many times after this.
Because of shit that I've gone through.
What do you mean you've been put on the internet for driving drunk?
The shit that the fucking Nathaniel hacked off your fucking phone.
She hacked off my phone that you...
Conversations. He's hacked off your phone. Some conversations about me being drunk. Having drunk.
Off my phone? Are you sure that was the numbered phone she hacked off? It was my phone?
He hacked off your phone for a long time.
I thought you had texted me that you drove drunk, and you said it was a phone conversation.
It was both. You gave me that for it, but the last time that I did it, I haven't done it since then.
I mean, I think the reason why I think that you would do it, even though that you're saying you're not, is because you're very impulsive. And so I think if you were dating someone who was 15 minutes away, who had male friends who you were jealous of, and all that means is that she had male friends because you would be jealous of them most likely, that, you know, you got drunk, you would be freaking out because... Do
you know why I get jealous of them? Because I know what they're thinking. I know what guys are thinking. They're not just thinking friendship. They're not like females. Females can only think friendship.
So just popping in here, I know I said similar in the pre-call ramblings, but this is... This comes up many, many times with Lorne, is that he knows what guys are thinking. I mean, he doesn't know what guys are thinking. He knows what he thinks. He's had very, very limited amount of male friends in his life outside of Farmer and Elton. And I won't say anything about them, to be honest, but it's not like he's being surrounded by lots of guy friends and they all talk the same and that. He knows what he's thinking. He knows what he would do if he was in a position of power over a woman. So he assumes everyone does. It's the same where he makes comments on, like, you know, there's a lot more people that are sex offenders out there. They just haven't been caught yet and they're just not on the registry. It's blatantly false, obviously, but he fully believes it.
Lorne.
Unless the guy is in love with someone, they can't think just friendship.
Lorne, that is not true of every guy. That is not true of every guy.
I'd beg to differ. I haven't met a guy yet.
Guys who respect
unless
women.
They're gay.
Guys
who gay. I haven't met a guy yet that has not been able to look at a woman other than just a friend, unless he's in love with another woman.
Guys who respect women can see women for more than just vaginas. They can see women for their sense of humor, for their intelligence, for their companionship, and what?
And that's probably why I get so upset and you're not acting, not feeling weird about us not acting like we always did. Because I've never respected anybody as much as you, even though you don't see it. I do, and that scares the fuck out of me.
Same thing he says over and over. Every catfish girlfriend he talks to, he's never trusted them as much as he trusts them. He's never felt that way. Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit.
Lorne, because the thing is that you have a funny way of showing it.
I'm trying to get out of the crap that I'm used to. I'm not used to having a woman like you. You're fucking one of a kind to me.
But Lorne, how long have you been saying this same stuff?
Yeah, but when shit changes like it has, when we're not as close as what we used to be. You used to know every fucking thing I did. He was even there with some of the shit most of the time, even over moms.
And while I know that this is, you know, a curated relationship here for our lols, like, if he was in a real relationship with someone, his behaviour would push people away. So he talks about how we're not as close, we don't spend as much time together. That's exactly what would be happening. It'd be happening much quicker than it happens here, because obviously Ramona has a vested interest in keeping him on the phone. But it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If he was in a real relationship, he would start with this constant mistrust, this constant badgering, stalking, all this kind of stuff, and that other person would naturally move away. And so then he would say, see, I told you I couldn't trust you, because now look what you've done. Where he makes that behaviour.
He was there with me. Like, I've never had that before. And losing that, it throws me off.
Lorne.
It throws me off, and it makes me worry.
Lorne, I had you on the phone, on mute, doing my job, and hearing you shuffle in the background. Like, I mean, I don't see how that, like, I mean, like, I don't see how that's quality time, Lorne. I don't. I mean...
It was quality time. But that isn't happening now. Ever since your knee injury, it happened for the first week you'd be on the phone with me, but after that, since you've had your knee injury, it hasn't happened. Do you see why that throws me off?
But again, key word here is knee injury.
But I don't feel like I'm part of your life right now. And it upsets me, because I know Doctah's over there all the time. You told me that. And that worries me. It's like, now what I think is, what did I do for her not want to spend time with me?
You can't honestly not realise what you've done. Surely. Not even you're this fucking stupid.
That time that we shared together meant everything to me. You mean everything to me. The thought of losing you fucks me up.
No, maybe you should start playing some video games.
Yeah, I don't fucking think so.
Why not?
I wasn't playing when I was a teenager. I'm not going to play them now.
It'll be something to, you know, maybe help you relax and...
What have you been doing playing video games?
No.
If you don't like playing video games, why do I want to play video games? I don't like it either.
So this is actually a really good point Ramona makes. And I didn't really think about it until I listened to it a few times. But, I mean, obviously video games is a suggestion, but a lot of these behaviours, outside of just the way that Lorne is because he's bored. I mean, obviously he's bored. He's got virtually no one in his life except for a couple that use him to get him to buy beer and whoopie pies for them. He's family, apart from his mum through obligation, have cut him out. He can't leave his state. He can't go to a bar. There's a lot of shit Lorne can't do, which is all completely his fault. But rather than putting that boredom into something that would take his mind off this stuff, that would be productive. I mean, even video games, doing something like that, he puts it into these abusive, demanding relationships. And okay, video games are an example, but if Lorne did do that, like, life would be better for him. Life would slowly start to turn, but he's not interested in that. He wants the quick fix. He wants constant gratification from another source rather than doing any work on himself.
I'm just trying to give you ideas of things to do, Lorne. I've told you for a while, you're at a point in your life where you need to focus on yourself. You're at a very critical point in your life, Lorne, and I've told you this before.
But I don't want to... I don't like focusing on myself without you there with me.
Lorne, but here's the thing.
How can you focus on yourself with someone else? In all of the stupid shit he says, that has to be top 10.
You've got to keep perspective. Focus on yourself.
I got to keep you is what I got to keep. That's what I'm afraid of, is losing you.
Lorne. Focus on yourself. Get yourself together. If you're going to get a job, get a job. If you're going to start a business, start the business. Focus on yourself and get yourself together.
I told Uncle Clyde out today. I have never told Uncle Clyde
real quick. We'll talk about Uncle Clayton. But focus on yourself and get yourself together. That way, it's like your mom dies. You are not going to suffer any financial consequences because you won't need her. And she should be able to spend her little Social Security checks on whatever trinkets or her bills, obviously, and her food, but whatever little trinkets and little treats that she wants to get for herself.
I spent $800 on them the last 3 weeks.
Good.
Doubt it.
I owe Mom. I
Good.
love being able to buy shit for Mom. Well, once time I set the business up again, because I need to be able to know that I can buy her stuff. When Mom's gone, you might not like it, but when Mom's gone, I'm going to be that way with you.
Lorne,
like you won't need it, but
Lorne, like I said,
just get a job, Lorne. Don't worry about needing a job to be able to buy your mum shit or your catfish girlfriend shit. Just get a job. Like, that's all the motivation you should need to be employed.
Focus on yourself. Focus on getting yourself together. Did you have your bankruptcy appointment tomorrow? You have it tomorrow.
Tomorrow at 2 o'clock.
Wait, what?
I keep forgetting. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, and I keep forgetting it.
You have it tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Mom's got it written down on the calendar. I keep forgetting it. So it's a good thing you remind me of it again, because I would have gone over and worked on the house all day. Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Hey, today's not Wednesday. The hell did? Today is Tuesday, right?
Today is Tuesday, the 11th.
All right. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock. I keep forgetting about it. I don't know if Mom forgot about it today or not, but she didn't mention it to me today.
Well,
this guy is mid to late 40s at this point, and he is bitching and whinging because his mum forgot to remind him about his bankruptcy appointment. Like fucking hell. Like, fuck. Like, that absolutely blows my mind. It's his mum's responsibility to remind him about appointments.
Got to get yourself together. You got to get...
I'm getting myself together. I'm doing it. I'm taking yours and Mom's advice on filing for bankruptcy.
Don't say it like we came up with some brilliant idea, Lorne. There was no other way for you besides filing bankruptcy.
Exactly. You've got no money and massive debts. It's not like Mama Gwen and Ramona are these, highly savvy financial managers. You literally had no other option.
And I still thought it with you and with Mom.
But don't give us credit for that idea. Lorne, there is no other way, though.
But I'm taking yours and Mom's advice, and I'm doing it. And I don't regret it. Because I know it's the only way for me to be back where I should be.
But here's the thing, though.
It's the only thing you can do. And where do you believe you should be, by the way, Lorne?
Now, for the next 7 years, your credit is, fucked. I mean, seriously, you can forget it as far as getting anything. But the fact of the matter is that
You can say goodbye to that credit card with a $300 limit.
You've got to get yourself together, and I don't know how you're.
What I'm thinking about is I get myself to business going like it was before. I won't even be close to Fox. I don't have my family there fucking sucking money out of me. So I won't even be close to Fox. I won't even need credit. That's what I'm thinking. My concentration should be on my septic business.
Yes, focus, like I said, focus on yourself and, and like not anything else.
I'm not going to not focus on you.
Hold on a second. Did I hear somebody knock?
Oh, fuck. I just heard somebody knock.
You heard?
Yeah, I heard somebody knock. It might have been on
Who could it be?
different door.
Who has a key?
I could hear it like some of the door.
Okay, so that ends that call, and then that's where I'm going to end this part. There's another 5 parts to come. I wonder who our knock at the door could be. Could it be the famous Doctah? And I wonder if Lorne will have an issue with that. He's pretty reasonable, so he might be cool with it. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Remember to delete your archives.